Hello everybody and welcome to Marvin Gardens April 2022. And let me tell you, this is an absolutely gorgeous April day, but I had to wait until the very last day of April, literally, to get this good a day. So yes, it is April 30th, 2022, but let's get started, okay? So just flip this around so I can see, and let's look down. Oh, got a plane flying over. No, it's a helicopter actually. So we can start here with the well, it's a cross between an iris bed and a herb garden. So but Coco is back out for the warmer months, and as you can see, the garlic chives are coming in like crazy, and so are the pond irises that will eventually, as mentioned before, take over this area completely. But we still do have a little bit of chives coming up here, and beyond Mr. Franklin there, we even got a little bit of thyme that wintered over. So got a few things happening here, but let's go on to bed number one. But before we do that, let's take a minute and talk seedlings. First, by looking in the greenhouse here. We have lots of seedlings going on in here, like 4 trays worth of them. Those basil, those are ready to go in the open garden, which I'll be doing shortly. And then we got a huge patio tomato plant that Vanina got for an early Mother's Day gift. And up there, you may notice something unusual for New Jersey, and that's Spanish moss hanging from the greenhouse rafters. And I imported that from South Carolina. So let's go inside and take a look in there. And inside we got 8 trays of seedlings going. Way in the back is pumpkins and a few varieties of summer squash and some sunflowers and nasturtium and lettuce and actually Brussels sprouts. And then down here, similarly, we've got peppers and lettuce and okra and some zinnias and some stuff we're going to be replanting because the automatic watering that I had going for on vacation was only a partial success. Luckily, most everything survived, but some stuff got underwatered and some stuff got overwatered, and so I did have some casualties. All right, back out. And then we can go back to getting on to bed number 1 and see what's going on over there in this sun-drenched afternoon, late afternoon. All right, so let's look down here. You can clearly see 2 rows of stuff. We got radishes here, and I'm growing those big daikon, I think they're pronounced, radishes, which are supposed to be a fairly good substitute for potatoes for those of us who don't like to consume a lot of carbs. And then I got a row or 2 of, no, just 1 row of turnips. And if you look really carefully down here, those little blades of grass kind of looking things, it's 2 rows of 2 varieties of carrots. And then we got some bib lettuce doing very nicely, coming in just fine. We also have, beyond my shadow there, a bunch of dandelions that are unfortunately also coming in just fine. And then we're on to the brassicas. We got a couple of varieties of cauliflower. I'm not sure what's what here. and we're growing kalettes. That's what those purplish ones are, which is a cross between Brussels sprouts and kale. And I thought that might be fun to try. Then we've got cabbage and some broccoli too. I think the first thing I showed you was broccoli. And you can maybe see that these seedlings are doing fine, but some of the early young leaves did get sunburned. Oh, it looks like we might have one casualty right over there in the center of the screen. But that's all that's going on here in bed number 1. Oh, and I guess we shouldn't neglect the herb garden proper, which isn't doing much right now. But as is typical, the Asian leeks, or garlic chives, are coming in just fine. I don't think anything else here wintered over. But good news on the waterfront is that we don't have a waterfront here. We did get a lot of rain this month, but it has since dried up, and we've been in pretty good shape for a while now, although we've had plenty of moisture. And while we're talking about what happened in April, while Cassie is trying to lead us on to where she thinks we should be going, it's been a colder than normal April. In fact, the warmest week in April was when we went on our trip to Hilton Head to escape the cold. And it turned out it was great weather up here. Anyway, here's the grow house. It's kind of heavily laden with weeds right now, but I'll be clearing that out shortly. The good news is it did survive the winter. The shell is still intact and it didn't blow over like it did last year. All right, so we're on to bed number 2 here, and if you look down here, you will see that the onions have been planted. Not too long ago, but they are planted. And you might remember the calendula all wintered over, so it's looking very healthy, so I'm expecting it's going to bloom nicely. And then we got sunflowers, a variety of dwarf sunflowers coming up there, and this is borage, and I decided to plant those here because the calendula was coming up. And so this bed is not just onions this year. Plus, I didn't end up with enough onion plants to fill up the bed anyway, so it's just as well. But you can see here, all onions are in. They look a little anemic, you know, for a while. Once the weather warms up, they'll take off. And 3 varieties, my 3 favorites, of course, Alyssa Craig, Red Wing, and Patterson, which I've had a lot of luck with. This bed is totally and completely empty, except for a bunch of weeds. We'll be taking care of that shortly, but we're a little behind schedule because of our vacation, which was great. Down to Hilton Head. This bed is also empty, and so but this bed is going to be corn this year. So even though I'm not allowed to eat corn, really, because there's too many carbs, I just like growing corn so much, I decided, what the heck, I'm gonna grow it. Vanina can eat it, and the rest of it we'll give to a food bank if nothing else, so that'll be nice. And I just love growing corn, just cause it's fun. It gets so big, and watching the ears develop is a lot of fun. This bed 5 is also vacant. Most everything is vacant. Here's the back side of the grow house, and the Bee Balm is coming up again. It, of course, is a perennial, so we welcome that back. And we've got, of course, our pond irises coming up all over the place. And out here in the marsh area, we've got more cattail shoots coming up. Some of the old cattails from way back. And so it's going along pretty well. Some of our shrubberies are starting to show good signs. And let's take a quick look out to the asparagus patch. We're going to walk out there because I've got something to show you. Hopefully I've got some drone footage to cover this boring stuff that I'm shooting right now. I do have a special feature that I'm going to show you a little bit later that we've never done before. But here in the asparagus patch, there it is. Right there. Let me see. Let me get closer. And then I'll digitally zoom in also. But right there, I think in about the center of the screen, you can see a nice asparagus stalk coming up. And there's another one right back down there. And one off in the distance there in this row. But and those are actually, a couple of them are of the size that they're harvestable, but we usually let the first ones go, and then when we start getting a bunch of them, then we start harvesting them. But so that's what's happening in the asparagus patch, and that's what's happening with Frankie. Now, I told you I was gonna have a kind of a special feature for you, and I am just getting inside here, and let me see, I'll turn around here for a second. Well, that doesn't work very well. Here we go. Okay. In the last week or so, my granddaughter Lucy and her family came over, and some other family members, just as a pre-Mother's Day event. And Lucy decided she wanted to shoot some video of the property here, and it's not what I'm covering with the garden video here, but she did shoot the entire property, including inside the house, with narration and everything. And she's a good cinematographer, and she's also a good narrator. So I'm going to show you what she did. This is Lucy, and it's with reference to Marvin Gardens too, so it had to be included. Here you go.
Hello everyone, today this is Marvin's garden, and today we're taking a trip to the backyard. Here it is. So as you can come over here, there's a little rocky path we're going to follow in a second. There's the porch, and then up there you can see the deck. And then here is a well, grant your wishes. And there's a little table over here and a swing chair. And then this is what I want to show you. If you go through this little path here, the lights up there, you'll see all the garden stuff. There is the greenhouse. And then you sit over there. Really cool, right? And let's take a little trip over in here. So we have some seats. And then we have all that. And bug spray, it's very important. And then you have Coco over here. There's Coco. You down there? See her? Yeah, Coco's down. way. Next, we're gonna go back over here. And then here's more of the backyard. Over here, we have a big shed. Let's go back through here. Oh, and I forgot to show you. Over here, we have a pond. A nice pond where we have our fishes. It's so nice. And sometimes we have frogs. Well, they hide around. And then, as we go over here, you're going to see this big field. And, on here. See the big field? So we're going to go here. So this big open field that we go. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of run a little bit. You can see there's another one of those benches. We have them all over the house that Vanina made, which are really nice. And then if you go all the way down here, you're gonna see that white little bench. And yes, we have that. And actually, if you go behind that bench, there's actually a little trail. I can't go through there right now. But there's a big open trail right over there. Big trail. I'll do in my next video. And then you can see our neighbor's house. And then here is the whole land. It's really big. And then you can see that's a nice view for the house over here. The blue, beautiful house. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Anyway, here's a little flower tree. Over here, we have really big trees down here, so really good climbing ones. That should climb another time. Sorry, flipped it sideways. Anyway, that's the whole entire backyard. And thanks for watching on Marvin's Garden. You can subscribe on his YouTube channel. Goodbye. Hello everyone. Welcome back on Marvin's Garden. So today we're gonna actually take a trip out the front yard instead of the backyard. So as we walk through here, we're gonna see the path down here. That is where the people drive in. If you're driving into the house, if you're a guest. And then here's a deck all the way up there. And this is where you drive in. Next, we're gonna go down this little path through here. And then you can see this big open space. Now I'm gonna walk down it. And as you can see, we have really tall trees. And we have that beautiful pink one. Another really nice pink one over there. Can you guys see it? Here, I'm gonna walk towards it to show you. So walk all the way down here. You see this pink tree. Well, you can't really see it's not pink because it's really sunny out. But if you can, if I show you a little closer up, they're pink. And then they hang down. It's very pretty. And then see this big yellow tree over here. There's a bench over here. And if you see this bench, right there, Grandma Vanina made that. That took hard work. She's another one up there, right there. You can't really see it that well, but somewhere over there. Next, we're gonna go back. You see the side of the house, so that leads right to the backyard. And if you saw our last video, then that's the one of the whole entire backyard. And then here's the front steps over here where you can go in and out. And as maybe some people know, Grandpa Marvin loves dachshunds. So we're gonna go up here, and then I'll show you the inside to the next video. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Marvin's garden, and today we're doing the tour inside the house. So I just wanted to show around. Anyway, this is the living room, all around here. Well, the downstairs living room. And then go here, there's like decoration and all that. And then you go in here, it's just like washer and everything is. And then here's Grandpa Marvin's office. Here's the downstairs bathroom. Don't have to talk about that. And up the stairs leads to upstairs, and so is these ones. We're going to take these ones because we're closer. Through here's where the front door is. If you went to my last video, then you know. And if you go up these stairs, this is upstairs. So here is the upstairs living room. There's the TV. And then we have his office, Grandpa Marvin's office. And look, there's Grandpa Marvin.
Are you shooting into the sun? It's okay.
He's funny. Anyway, here's our piano. And then we go into the dining room. And then right in here is the kitchen. Looking around the kitchen. And then we inside the kitchen we have the dog beds. He has two dogs, Casey and Frankie. Oh, and those are the stairs I was talking about. It leads in there. And next, we're gonna go down this hallway. This is the bathroom, the upstairs one. And then there's 3 bedrooms. Here's the guest bedroom. Well, technically now that designing room. Oh, look, and there's the mirror. If you want to know who I look like, right here. And there's me again, right there. An app. We did that on an app, and then my grandma posted it. Anyway, here is the Grandpa Marvin Grandma his bedroom. Here's the whole room. Then they have the bathroom of themselves. And the final room is a guest bedroom where there's a little office. Oh, and here's some pictures of me again. Here's me. And then you come out of the room, and then there's a picture room, and that's the whole entire house. And goodbye.
So that was fun, wasn't it? She did a good job, I thought. Thanks, Lucy. Anyway, she showed you most of anything else that I have to show you here. So we'll head out, and I'll give you a glance at the typical April flowers that we have around here. Also, we got some lilies that wintered over, as they should, and so we're looking forward to those. These are kind of the last of the daffodils, because we're at the last of April. And beyond the sun glare there are jumping bullfrogs and fish that are starting to, koi that are starting to come back to life. You can see that the pond is also coming back to life. Everything's greening up and shooting up, and all looks pretty good. Right, Cassie? But well, not that, but maybe, is that better? That's going to do it. Let me see if I can get this flipped around and make sure I'm in focus, because you really want to see me. Well, you can't see me very well there. Anyway, here, I'll turn around this way. Now, unfortunately, you can see me great. Anyway, that's going to do it. Marvin Gardens, April 2022. And as Lucy says...
And thanks for watching on Marvin's Garden. We can subscribe on his YouTube channel. Goodbye.
So we'll see you next month in May, when things cut loose around here. The busiest outdoor month at Sky Manor. So we'll see you all later. Bye.